Making your way through work Monday takes everything you got. Then Monday night rolls around and you realize there's a shot. You're only 10 points away. All those times when your team had no fight, they're just so gosh darn frail. Then your star quarterback let another deep ball sail, and your third round pick bet on his team. Then go check out our strengths where everybody knows your pain, and they listen to complaints. You wanna be where you can see our bodies bring you no shame. You wanna go where everybody knows your pain.
Into another episode of Dad Bod Fantasy Squad. That lag gets me every time. I am here with Alex. What's up, dude?
Hey, what's going on, bud?
What's going with you? Always with the Forrest Gump wave. What's up, Albert? Brian's over here. The normal starting off a show. He's whining about something. I mean, it's pretty.
I didn't
typical.
know they made a red-headed Grinch, but apparently he exists.
They did. Yes, they do. And his name on here is Sly Bry. So he's already upset, but we do have a special intro for you guys today because what we're going to do, we have a mock plan for the episode, but we really wanted to. Paulie, the commissioner of one of my home leagues, asked me, "Hey, can you do this for our draft determinant? Like, we got to figure out how to do the draft order." So we have a plan, as you can see on my Jimmy rigged table here. I know it's far, but you can definitely see both of my hands when working with this.
Is there a mouse in that ball?
Love Alex's shirt, but I'm surprised it's not. Jesus Christ, I didn't read all of that before posting it. Brian is bad at drafting Ronnie. He does need to mock a little bit more. Alex is a Cleveland native Pats person, Columbus native Pats person.
Yeah, Patriots fan. But since I do live in Ohio and I do like to go to football games, you have to choose the Bengals or the Browns to be a secondary team, and mine are the Browns. Sadly.
Oh, you have to. Oh, poor guy. So my Pats, all of these Super Bowl wins were just such a hard time for me growing up.
No, it's not. You know? It's a hard time. It's the Patriots just don't come close very often in like travel distance.
Yeah.
And I get free Browns tickets almost every year. So, yeah.
Must be nice. All right. So to do this draft order, we have some bingo going on here. If you see next to the bingo, you could see a hat. That is not for me to wear, but how this is going to work. We have bingo balls 1 through 12. It's actually B 1 through 12. And in the hat are the names of the people that are in the draft. So what I'm going to do to make it as random as possible is we're going to grab a name from the hat. I'm going to put it up to the camera. And then we're going to switch to the bingo ball, and we'll see what bingo ball comes out. Now, I have tested this bingo rack a little bit, Paulie. This children bingo set sometimes shoots out a ball separately. If the ball does not stay in here, it is a redo. And I'm not even going to look at the number. We're just going to put it in there. Now, usually the only times that it has fallen out, it does spit out 2. So there will be 1 in here and 1 falls out. The one that falls out is going back in. The one that's here is the pull. So just so that's clear, we know what to expect if it happens. I hope it doesn't fall off this table because it will be hell to find. Ready to get into it, Alex?
Sure.
You're going to have to read off the names. I'm going to put them right up to the camera. You're going to have to read them off.
Yeah, good luck with me reading.
Yeah, I know you can't read.
Joke of the day. Alex is reading.
You ready for this, buddy?
Yeah.
All right. Who do we got here?
I don't freaking know.
Oh, it's Colin first.
It's my middle name.
We're going to go. Now we're going to spin up on the bingo ball. One's popping out here. This is going to be tougher to see. It does say D9.
Yeah. Your light is just kinda.
B9.
Just gonna have to trust Mario, guys.
It is kind of that, man. These are tiny freaking bingo balls. Brian, where does Brian expect there to be a camera here? All right, pick number 2.
Oh, tiny Brian balls.
Yeah, he's a freaking moron. Brian, we are up. This is where we need to pull the number 1 bingo ball right here, dude.
Red.
Did you get that at an antique store? Oh, there you go.
Okay, thank God it's not 1 because we would never hear. Try putting your hand behind the ball. Let's do this. Let's go a little darker here. Me and Brian are B11.
Yeah, I can see that kind of. They're so small.
They are very small. And my camera is not the best.
It's like the size of like the mini marshmallows for hot chocolate.
Jacob S. We're going to start rolling here, boys, because this is already going a little bit slow. Brian, we suck, dude. We got 11. Putting this one back in. It fell out. Ollie. This is a nightmare.
I feel like this is a skit like that Ricky Gervais is doing about an old people's home right now. like I just feel like I'm the 85-year-old man who has to watch this torture. And
this is a nightmare, dude.
It's like somebody pushed my wheelchair.
Can you see that, Alex?
B4.
That is for Jacob. Scott Teese. It's B4. Robbie. This is hard. This is difficult, dude.
That's not good.
Alex's face.
We got 19, 20 comments over here. Okay, fantastic.
Ned is up next. Paulie, this stays recorded after it goes live. So we are up on Ned, pulling for his spot.
Did Paulie buy this from like Afghanistan?
He's probably bought it from Amazon. I think I gotta just go real slow.
Like Kazakhstan, like Borat sells that on the corner.
Where did Robbie go?
B10.
Got that? B10.
Yeah, B10.
Ned is B10.
How far along are we here?
Not.
We're getting there. Mikey's up next.
You should have put on like a mask while doing this.
You gonna answer that question there, Alex?
B2. What was that? What's
B2?
Depends if it's auction, obviously it doesn't matter. Snake, I like being in the middle.
Caleb is up next.
That's a big C.
Is this for auction, Mario?
2. We're gonna put these back in because they're all just sputtering out. This is for redraft, not auction. No,
okay.
That wouldn't make any sense to do it for auction.
I was gonna say, what are we doing?
Right. So it's a snake redraft.
It's a snake redraft.
Okay. Makes sense. I can't. B5?
Hold on.
Is that what
it is? B5. Yeah, but I'm gonna try to get it on there.
Yeah, B5. B5.
I think the commissioner still hasn't gone yet. Ronnie and Sam.
Is that a real thing? Like from like Jersey Shore, Ronnie and Sam? That's a real Sammy.
I don't think I thought of that. Did you see Paulie's answer to where he got the equipment from?
Pakistan. Okay. B6.
B6.
Be kind, rewind. Or in this case, fast forward this if you are not part of this draft.
Roger Goodell, Paulie. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
B1.
They're going to be in arms, dude. They're going to be up in arms.
I'm just going to start making up last names for these guys.
That one's out.
Oh, man.
I tell you.
Collusion.
Cheating. Ronnie Brown. Oh, there's a former NFL running back commenting. That's pretty cool.
This was Jake M.
B12.
B12.
Death a bomber. Because I won last year and it's Snake. Would you go running back then wide receiver?
Depends
Sean?
who falls, Tiff. Depends who falls.
I personally, if I'm doing 12 on a Snake and you're getting back, I would go running back first and then receiver. B8. But it all depends on who's left.
Yeah, it all depends who's left.
Yeah.
How the board falls. Because right now, how everything's falling, you can get some really, really good value at running back.
Ian?
Like you could start RB.
Honestly,
and come away with 2 top 5 RBs for the season. But like I said, yeah, it kind of depends on who falls. Like if you can walk away with a
B7?
7.
All right.
You could walk away with 2 top, wide receivers as well, like a CD Lamb and a Garrett Wilson, which would be a great start to the.
I don't
the
love
draft.
wide receiver starts just because you have to get lucky with running back.
That leaves Zealy for this.
Yeah, like I said, that's what I'm saying. It depends who's there. Like if the top 4 RBs go before you're out,
B3.
I would consider it, just because, especially right now, we don't know what's going on with Jacobs, Taylor. I mean, Saquon's situated, but still a tough call.
So who won bingo?
So the commissioner won bingo. He got the first spot.
You?
I think he sent this rigged. I think it was weighted. The moment I pulled his name from the hat, it was weighted.
Thanks, guys.
Collusion. So Paulie, for the draft checks, we'll get onto our mock draft here in 1 second, boys. But for the rest of the draft picks, I could rewatch the beginning, or you rewatch the beginning. This posts back. I don't know if you could rewind right now, but this definitely posts. I mean, probably within the hour after it finishes. So it's here. It will be here.
Might be a little late because we got another thing right after this.
But it posts automatically to YouTube.
Oh, to YouTube, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could go to YouTube. Yeah, that's fair. Yep.
Yeah, it'll be on
You are
YouTube.
right, Mario.
Yeah,
got you.
Correct.
Yeah. It'll be there. So, boys, you ready to do some mocking?
Let's start this sucker.
All right. Pop that baby on.
I thought you
we
were
got
going
it.
to say
We got it.
something else. I'm glad it didn't go where I thought it was going.
I don't know what he's getting at. We're hidden. There we go. All right. So I didn't want. We have a couple of us in here. We really have to. We're going to see what it's like to just go against ADP with the CPU. We didn't even tweet this one out today. It's just a normal 12-team 1 QB PPR mock draft. So I wanted to go early, and of course, there's little Nicky jumping in front of me. Had to take my spot right in front to snipe whoever I want.
Yep.
So
You're going to get what you want.
Alex is shooting it from the 1 spot. I'm shooting it from the 2. Robbie's at the 6, and our buddy JR is at the 5 spot. Are you guys ready to get this thing going?
Yeah.
I'm ready, dude.
Yes.
That start button.
Let me hit that start. And I am going to, you guys take over. I'm going to kind of readjust here, if you don't mind.
Okay. Readjust. CMC going off the board at 1-1, which is an interesting start to the draft for PPRs. And then Mario there he goes. He goes JJ.
Here's my thoughts
Chase. Go ahead.
on McCaffrey is I don't love RBs this year in general. So I want to get those top 5 guys. If I have an opportunity to get them, like I'm taking them off the board. As much as I love J. Jeff and he is consensus 1 or 2 in every draft, I just C-Mac is the safe player running back.
Yeah, and talk about safe play. I'm gonna go Travis Kelce. This is gonna fly because of the auto picks.
1 QB in the first round. It's Pat Mahomes. The other running back was Barkley, and then
These
your
suckers
typical
flew. They flew. Okay.
Taylor.
So I started with Kelce, and I was hoping to get another wide receiver that I'm super comfortable with, and I'm going to go with Jalen Waddle. Starting off my draft, tight end, wide receiver. The only tight end that I'll take, obviously, is Kelsey. I think he's a top 5 pick this season. Like, if he falls past 5, I'm willing to take him. It was between him and Tyreek. It was between him and Tyreek for me. And then Amon goes. Mario's back up. He started with JJ.
Let's know where he's going. Oh, I'm going to go with the guy I doubted last year.
Jalen Hurts.
Ooh.
You did doubt Jalen Hurts last season.
You did.
Double dipping on the Eagles.
Oh, I like the stack, dude.
Yeah, that's a great stack to start. That's a great stack to start.
I would love to start my team off this way this year.
Robbie's going to love this pick.
T.
Pollard.
I was really hoping he was going to
Son of a bitch.
I was really hoping he was going to fall to me right there.
I don't think he would have. Well, maybe the ADP would have, because it is an
ADP is right there. But it's okay. And it's okay.
I was hoping Devontae Adams would fall to me, but no.
We will have more mocks. Sorry. I would have sent that to you.
I'm going to go with another guy that I like a lot. Keenan Allen is really, really growing on me. Really growing
Elijah
on me.
Mitchell is already hurt, according to Albert.
Yeah, that's why you got to get Christian McCaffrey.
It's interesting, man. That dude cannot stay healthy. I feel bad for him.
No. Sure.
And then I'm going to go, I like where I'm at here. I like my setup. I'm going to go with somebody that I am comfortable with at RB, at Joe Mixon.
Word.
This does fly with all these CPUs, man.
Yeah,
Jeez Louise. It is nice. It is nice. I figured we'd have a little bit of a shorter episode here. I wanted to get a mock in, though, to see what it's like to draft early. Both Alex and I taking the same draft spot, different approach, though. He's already kind of got his squad built out. I just went heavy on the wide receivers.
Yeah. Yeah, nice core.
Yeah, nice. Oh, man. Yeah. See, I feel like this is kind of a reach, but I also don't hate this spot. I got to go Alexander Madison.
Ooh, I'm really high on this guy this year, so I'm going to take him.
Are you?
Interesting.
That's the grossest thing I've ever heard.
This is I'm curious to see how your team comes together. You went RB.
And then I'm going to do this again.
RB, QB, wide receiver, tight end. Like, it's.
Oh, sneaky.
Robbie's just getting fleeced, dude.
I'm getting sniped left and right.
He's getting sniped.
Rob, let's be honest. When you're looking at my squad, how much tighter are your pants getting right now?
It's an interesting start. I'll say that.
If you had Pollard, he would be going crazy right now.
Rob can't even look. He's got a 57-year-old Keenan Allen and a 65-year-old Travis Kelce.
Wait. You're gonna get convinced.
Wide receiver 3 from weeks 11 to 18. You're right.
I don't care. They just drafted a guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm cool with this. I like where I'm falling.
Yeah.
Let's see who's left in this area. Okay.
Let's see what more brain busters Rob gets.
Yeah, I mean the guy. Everyone knows who I'm
going.
DJ Moore.
Oh,
it was my wide receiver 3. Good luck. I am so happy with this start.
Good luck for you. You have Justin Fields throwing him the ball.
I am very excited. Again, I think.
Hey, did you hear about me and?
Go on.
Did you hear about our trade, Alex? Did you hear about it?
In what league?
Me and Robbie are in a Lorraine league.
Oh, okay.
The only non-Lorraine knight in it.
Mm-hmm.
I guess he's an honorary one in this case. But I traded him DJ Moore. I got traded DJ Moore, and then I traded him. Do you want to hear for who?
Yes.
Okay, so it's Dynasty, Superflex, pretty much the same exact settings as our Dad Bod League.
Okay.
DJ Moore solo on my side. Robbie sent me a 25 first, a 24 second, and Nico Collins, baby.
I actually like that.
I like it a lot too.
I'm gonna giggle like a schoolgirl if Nico is close to Moore by the end of the season.
Oh man, I don't know if I love this.
It shouldn't happen. Javonte. I don't hate it. Ooh.
You went heavy RB, huh, Mario?
I did.
I don't know.
I wish I could make this like small, like half of what it was.
And then for this league, is it a super flex or no?
No, this
is
is
just
QB.
regular. 1 QB.
Tick tock, tick tock.
What's his time? I think he's running low here.
Time's up.
Oh, what did I get? Okay, I don't
Mike
hate
Will.
that. I don't hate it.
That's
should
right up
hate
your alley, dude.
Yeah, but it was gonna be.
You're up again.
Oh yeah, let's go.
This dude picks first, and he doesn't even realize
And
he's
Mike.
doing 2.
And you're talking shit about Keenan Allen.
What are you
Okay.
talking about? Mike Evans is younger than Keenan Allen.
It does not matter, dude. He's got Baker Mayfield
Don't
throwing him the
compare
ball.
Keenan Allen to Mike Evans. He's the only receiver who has had 7 seasons in a row with over 1,000 yards, 8 seasons of 1,000 yards.
That's what they're saying, Albert. That's what they're saying.
Javonte to play in the second preseason game, man, he's looking good. My mind is blown how fast he's recovering and how he's not on the PUP list. It's crazy to me.
It's pretty wild. It really
is. I need him to do well this year.
I think you do, Alex. I think you need to get bought in a little bit, but I know you're not necessarily completely against because his ADP is so low this season. So
yeah, I'm not. To me, it's just an injury thing. I mean, I don't know how talented he really is. Coming out of college, that backfield was split with Michael Carter to where I don't know how great he really is, but he's solid, and in that offense, he could be really important if he's healthy.
I think he could. I mean, you bring Sean Payton there too, dude.
Yeah. But I never loved him as a prospect, so.
Yeah, you did have issues with him. You still do.
Yeah, dude, I watched that North Carolina film, both of those guys coming out, and I'm like, man, it literally reminded me of Cadillac Williams and Ronnie Brown, where I'm like, I didn't love either of them, and both of them had a couple of okay seasons, and that was it. And that's what I feel like it is with Javonte.
Cadillac was supposed to be the next best thing coming in.
Ronnie Brown, I think, was drafted 2 spots ahead of him.
Ooh, do I double down?
Yeah.
Do I get the stack here? You gonna like this stack? This is for when Alex is.
I know who you're going with.
Russ.
I like
second
it.
Wide receiver. That one? Is that
it?
It is the JR. This is a zoom in buy for a draft.
Yeah, it's just because we have a lot of it's computer based, just because we needed it to go quick.
Yeah, this is
hop
going
in
faster than we
next
wanted.
mock. Yeah, we'll kind of send it out to everybody. We'll get the next mock. We'll fill it up and we'll do 45 or a minute clock, so it goes a lot slower and we can take our time with it and get a little bit more in depth with each pick.
Ooh, look who reached for a stud, possibly.
Dang, big reach.
Ooh.
When you take a Nico? Oh, I'm up.
I really, and Mario, you sold me hard on Sky. My buddy Tyler did too. And like last year was a super disappointment, but this year it's just like.
Well, let's just double down with this.
Smart move.
Yeah.
Well, it gives me a start.
Yeah, you have to get your handcuff.
Gives you wiggle.
Yeah.
Gives you wiggle.
Yeah, I gotta. Sky Moore is what I keep saying this, Alex, too. I mean, Sky is obviously I'm still in. I don't think I'm crazy as I was last year, but I'm in. My thought in what I was saying in the Kansas City episode the other day was Kelsey had 0 touchdowns in the last 6 weeks. 0.
Mm-hmm.
And defense, it's not like he did bad, but the first half of the season, he averaged 20.5 points per game. The second half, he averaged 16.5. So there was a slight tick down from weeks 10 to 18. I'm not saying anything crazy. That 16 is still amazing. I'm not saying that. But defenses are going to have to they're going to have to take out Kelsey out of the game. Like they have to at least try, which opens up the door for somebody else to be relevant, and you just kind of hope that when there is another relevant player, it's not a wide receiver by committee.
When we were talking about this, I was telling you, I think somebody emerging in that wide receiver room is going to really help Kelsey because it'll take some of the focus off of him, especially in the red zone, if they can get another body there that can do something. Because when it is him by himself and there's really no threat, like we saw at the back half of the season, Juju was there. He came back off the injury, but he wasn't the same player. that he was in the first half when Kelsey was going crazy. So if there's a
Yep.
wide receiver that can come in
There
and
it
just
is.
take a little bit of heat away from Kelsey, then there's no reason he can't put up another historic tight end season.
Yeah. I see you went Cortland in the 10th, huh?
I did.
You're ready to be hurt again?
It just gets so thin. The wide receiver position gets so thin quickly.
It does get because I mean you have 40 of them going in what the first 6 rounds or something crazy.
Mhm.
Maybe it's not
So
that
you're-
crazy. Maybe
you
it's like
know.
the first 7 or 8, but still 40 wide receivers going that fast off the board.
Yeah.
It makes it really tough to not just want to do wide receiver, and then just plug away at your RBs late.
Yeah, because you get I mean, you're dealing with not a lot of I mean, I'm just going for upside plays like Cortland and Bateman. I think are upside plays, especially with what happened with Tim Patrick, KJ Hamler. He's just going to be the 2 there. If Russ can get on track, Sean Payton turns the offense around. I think there's upside for him. Same with Bateman. Bateman has all the potential to be the wide receiver 1 in that offense. They're supposed to pass more, so I like it. It just, like I said, dude, it gets thin and you got to take swings.
Real thin. I don't know how many. Real thin.
Like, look, we're in I mean, it's the 12th round, granted, but I'm looking at Boyd, Mingo, Romeo Dubs, I'm going to go Mingo because I do like him. I like him as a player, and I think he has the upside. He has the potential to be the wide receiver 1 in that offense. So, again, another swing for the upside with that play.
What a gross swing for the upside right there. Yucky.
Would you rather have him or Boyd?
I'll show you who I'd rather have. It's coming soon.
This would take your breath away.
I'll take your breath. Oh, the Marvin Mims one though is good too.
That's a good pick. That's a good pick right there. I like that. Murray in the 13th to steal.
It's nice. It's nice.
Yep.
Yeah,
here's the pick. Here's the pick where you should have went.
I know who you're going. Oh,
why would I go 2 Texans receivers?
I was talking about Robbie.
Oh, I was like,
I think the upside for Mingo is more. I really do.
No,
I do. He's competing with Nico.
Are you trying to say that Bryce Young is better than CJ Stroud?
No, he better not be saying that.
He's saying it.
I don't think he's saying that.
Yeah, he's scared to.
What was the question?
Don't act
Are you taking Bryce Young over CJ Stroud?
No, I'm taking CJ Stroud.
Oh,
all day.
There we go.
But I just think there's less
fanboys.
I think there's less competition in Carolina. Like, I like DJ Shark, but I think they're going to give their first round pick the first crack at it. Yeah, that's who I wanted. Jordan Love. Give me the Dubs Love stack in the 13th, 14th round. Like, I'm fine with that.
I always wonder because there's 15 rounds here. I think in a real draft, I got Justin Herbert. I'm probably not going another QB here. Me.
Yeah, the only reason I went one, I took Lawrence in the 6th. I just want, a little bit of.
I did not get him.
Safe floor.
I think a CPU got him.
Yeah, CPU got him. He went quick. And I'll tell you what, Love's lighting up camp. So Mario, your trades might be looking pretty decent.
We'll see. I am all about. Don't buy humbug, dude. Jordan Love
videos are real.
I was talking with somebody at work about this, about like we're rooting for the Browns to go undefeated in the preseason because just the nonsense we hear, like when Brandon Weeden went undefeated in the preseason, like this is the year they were undefeated in the preseason, and it's like when I hear like Jordan Love in camp again with no pads and not real competition looks fantastic.
You're up. You have 8 seconds.
You don't tell me how to live my life.
3. Yeah,
I'm taking the true number 1 from Carolina, by the way.
DJ Chark. I agree.
Yeah.
This is not good. I am too much in agreement with some of the things you're saying tonight, Alex.
You took my guy.
Oh, and I'm taking another
I was going to take him in the 15th.
Boom!
That's the sleeper, Rashid Shaheed.
Yeah.
I was going to.
No, this is the real sleeper right there.
Bastard.
Sleeper.
Van Jefferson.
I mean,
I was gonna take.
I have seen him sleep on the field before, so that's.
Yeah, I'll go with the guy here, Lenny Fournette in the 15th. He's gonna get picked up by somebody.
Is he gonna get picked up by?
Probably by your Patriots would be my guess.
Nah.
All right, let's do because we have some time here. I just a quick. You don't have to go through every 15 guy here. 15 of your players.
15 guy.
Just give a quick rundown of this build.
Yeah, so I went wide receiver heavy to start. I went with Kelsey. Going Kelsey in the first round kind of limits what you can do, really. But again, the positional mismatch with Kelsey going in the first, I'll take that and run with it. Then I went for my 3 wide receiver set. It'll be Waddle, Keenan, DJ Moore. Then Mixon's going to be my RB1, which I'm very comfortable with. I think that's a fine way to approach it. Getting him in the 4th, though, starting off with Kelsey in the first, I'm fine with that.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
Yeah,
this has been a common build, by the way, from the 5 hole.
Yeah, for sure.
In this case, it's the 6 hole. But this is, I mean, this is exactly like we have a friend that's drafting right now, and I don't want to try and cut you off. I'll get you back there, but we have a friend that's drafting right now that has a very similar team. He went Kelsey. He got Keenan Allen. His other wide receiver, I think, was Olave. It's a 10 team, I'm pretty sure, league. And then he was debating Mixon. I think in his case, everything was shifted about around by that point because it's 10 team. But yeah, he was debating the same exact approach here.
Yeah, I think that's the build you want to go with if you're gonna take Kelsey in the first. You have to give a positional mismatch somewhere, right? So it's gonna probably, for me, it's gonna be RB, especially because we see how thin the wide receivers get. Yeah. And then so my second RB is gonna be a mix between Monty, Gibson, and Penny. Like, I'm fine with that. We talk about Penny, the upside's there. It's an upside play if he can stay on the field. But I mean, that's a massive if, obviously. And then I went just with upside swings for my backup wide receivers with Sutton, Bateman, Mingo, Dubs, and a couple dart throws at the end there with Love and Fournette.
You know, it does get a lot uglier at the end compared to last year. Or maybe I'm just not as sold on some of these deep guys as I was last year.
We were talking about, I don't know who it was. It might have been me and Cody when we did our mock last week, where after like the 6th round, 5th, 6th round, it gets super thin. And, you know, those are the rounds that are really going to make your team, you know, competitive. Like, those are going to be your back pieces that someone's going to have to hit. Like, who are those players that are going to hit? Who are they going to be? I like your upside swings with QJ and Pickens, though, and Williams in the 6th. Like, that's a steal.
Yeah, I do have, I think this is probably the biggest boom or bust team I've drafted yet on these mocks. And I mean, I do kind of like it, dude. Why not go for first or go for 11th? JJ, obviously, my wide receiver 2, my boy, T. Higgins. I think highly of him, but he can be arguable. But as a wide receiver 2, it's fine. Anyways, Pollard, Madison as my running backs. Tiff loves the top Pollard pick. Robbie hates it because he wanted him. Madison, I think, as a running back 2 with Javonte, with Perrine to kind of balance things if things don't work out. Herbert's been my new favorite value in as far as QBs. And yeah, I got the upsides with the wide receivers, doubled down on the tight ends and late, which is, I mean, almost a staple for me this season, which is Dulcich and another tight end with either volume or upside. And of course, I'm going to go with the combo of what I believe is Laporta, which is volume plus maybe some upside. Yeah, you love that Laporta pick, right, Alex?
I love Laporta.
Laporta.
I like your setup. You took some swings at the end. I've said it a few times here that, like, if this is not the year that rookie tight ends actually do some fantasy relevant things, like, I don't think it will ever happen. Like, there's all the potential with a lot of these rookie tight ends coming in with the situation they're coming into and the talent.
Robbie is essentially saying these rookie tight ends are the best we'll ever see in our entire life.
No.
Or they're filled.
I'm not saying that. I am saying, like, they're coming in with the pedigree, right? High prices on them. When have we seen so many tight ends go in the 1st and 2nd round?
There was a lot. And there's only
not to mention they're
right?
coming out. They are known, and they're mostly known as, like,
I think it was because, like, a weaker
tight
wide receiver draft, and I think other things went into it. I do think there's, like, possibly 2, maybe 3 really good tight ends out of this group.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, again, if this isn't like, they're coming in with 1st, 2nd round capital, they're known as pass catching wide receivers, and they're put right into a situation where they should get the work. Like, they're not behind anybody. Laporta is the tight end 1. Mayer's the tight end 1. I'm going to say it again. Musgrave's the tight end 1. Like, these guys are coming in. Kincaid's the tight. Yeah, like,
yeah, but
you can argue Kincaid too. Like, he's probably going into the worst situation out of the bunch, and he was the first guy off the board.
Yeah, exactly. Fantasy wise, I don't love a lot of it, but yeah, could be a very talented group, but we'll see.
What? I mean, it's pretty crazy because like there's one guy that went in the second that just doesn't even get talked about, and it's because it makes sense. But it's
Brenton
so funny.
Strange.
He was this Brenton Strange, man, six guy off the board, and he was drafted in the second. That's huge capital to put in the tight end position.
It is, but he's not being talked about because there's Evan Ingram there, right?
No,
Like,
yeah, I completely agree. I'm just saying
Yeah.
that's crazy. 6 tight ends went off in the first and second, and really it's 5 in the
Sometimes GMs don't draft well.
second.
No, for sure.
Alex,
yeah, no,
Alex,
no argument there.
big armchair QB, big armchair GM energy going on right
Yep.
there.
Yeah, no
Tapping
argument
away.
there. It's just
You suck. It's like watching the Browns play comps.
You're like
Stefanski,
picking your
you
belly
don't know
button.
what you're doing. Jerry Jones, worst GM ever. Bill Belichick drafted a wide receiver. Give me a grenade.
yeah, dude. But I honestly can't remember so many tight ends coming in, and
I'm
they're going to be
looking.
the tight end.
It's a lot
one.
of tight ends at one.
20
And they're going to
2017
be tight end 1s is the thing.
2017 had 5 in the first 2. That's the closest.
Yeah, but what were their situations is what I would like to know. You know what I mean? I think that's the bigger piece of the puzzle.
Sounds like a therapy session right now.
I know, Rob. I'm just trying to get you the facts here.
Yeah, I was just trying to pump
That's
up your
the
Laporte pick.
fact, Jack.
All right, Alex, go ahead and explain that.
I went
one
with
spot.
because I feel like outside of the first 5 or 6 running backs, it's going to be closer to like a 55-45 split kind of across the NFL. So I went with the guy who's going to be on the best team he's ever been on in his career with C-Mac. I did go early with a quarterback, and this is a guy I doubted.
Call him C-Mac.
Yeah, C-Mac.
Okay.
It's number 4 on McDonald's menu. But I went Jalen Hurts. Obviously, he proved me wrong. The team is too good, and I want the rushing ability. And I had to double up with Smith. I didn't go wide receiver heavy early. With Smith being where he's at, I think he can put up really close to like wide receiver 1 numbers. And like with Mario drafting Higgins where he did, to me, there's not really much of a difference points-wise going into the next season. I think they're both going to put up points, but I think Smith has a higher upside just because I think he's a better wide receiver. And then,
I'll just tap in real quick.
Hey,
Alex, I'm sorry to bust in, but you also kind of have to look at AJ Brown's injury history alongside that, and there's a real possibility that he might not play the full 17 games. There, if you look at how healthy Philly was last year, it was pretty unbelievable. Like nobody significant got hurt on that offense. And if you're looking at a team like Philly,
you know who led in
probably get hurt,
targets
and who could it
in
be?
the second half last season?
It was
Devontae
Devon.
Smith. In the playoffs, Devontae Smith. So I really like him this year.
we just took him in our dynasty.
Yeah, I feel like you have to. Like, this is going to be his year. He is the most undervalued wide receiver in football. He's the only Heisman Trophy winning wide receiver in decades. Like, the dude's super talented. Pitts, go ahead.
While you're talking about your tight end here, I just found exactly the last time that 6 tight ends went from the first. It was 6 in the first 2, and it's 1974. I had to do some scrolling there. Although, again,
was that when Mike Ditka was playing?
I think it was before.
Well, I don't know. See when he was drafted. Ditka was coaching
I want to say it was
80s.
68. It was Ditka.
Okay.
It could be wrong. I want to say it was his rookie season.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, anyway, so I went to Kyle Pitts. Boy, I'm super high on him this year. I think he's a top 3 tight end.
1961.
Oh, okay.
Ditka.
Mm-hmm.
So I took Pitts. Sanders, I do think he's going to be the bell cow at Carolina, and he was good last year, so I had to take him for where he is because what was left was, Pierce, Dobbins, Connor. I don't love any of those guys. kind of where it's at. And then the rest of the receivers were kind of the ceiling's not super high, but like with Evans, I don't think his floor is as low as what people think. He still is the best receiver on that team. He still is arguably a top 10 wide receiver in the NFL. Fantasy-wise, I don't know if that happens this year, but there's enough upside, regardless of who the QB is, that I had to take him where he's at. I sprinkled in some younger running backs like Robinson. I still have no idea what's going to happen with that Redskins backfield. I do think Robinson.
Commanders. Idiot.
Yeah, sorry. The Commanders. That's just hard still to go over. It's like calling, Cleveland Guardians.
Indians.
Yeah, same thing. And then I went with my really, really high upside guys, like high ceiling. And
which you do need for your wide receiver 2 here, I think.
Yeah.
Based on how you drafted, that would have to be, and I get it, Mike Williams and Mike Evans are great receivers, but I would think that's your hole in this roster is your wide receiver
sure.
2.
I think we're realistically where I think Mike Evans is. I think he's a wide receiver 2 this year. Mike Williams, I don't know, but I think he can be a fill-in at flex depending on what happens. And then, I went upside, and the upside guys were Sky Moore, really high on him this year. Khalil Herbert, I do think he's the best running back on this team. They've pretty much made it known that Foreman is going to be the backup and maybe get goal line. The unknown is if Roshan Johnson is going to take enough touches away from Herbert and if he's going to take the job.
For sure.
It's going to be tough. I don't think he does. I think Herbert is just that good. I mean, I think he was, top 2 in yards per game with like 100 touches last year. Or yards per carry. And then I went Nico, high upside. Seems like Stroud likes him. Mims, there's just always injuries on the Broncos, and they're already dealing with them.
I think the biggest thing I see, and it's very consistent throughout your whole squad here, is you went for volume everywhere. Mm-hmm. I mean, you look at a guy like Miles Sanders projected to get 250. Brian Robinson's projected to get 200 plus. If Khalil Herbert's the starting running back, he's probably projected to get 200. Then you talk about Nico Collins and Mike Evans. They're the ones, right? Like those. They're
going to get at least 120 targets.
Well, that's a little bit high, I think. Nico, at least, right?
I think Nico will get 100 targets. I mean, it's him and Mitchie. Who's
Dalton
the
Schultz.
Third? Robert Woods.
Dalton Schultz.
Just skip it.
Yeah. Well, so
I do like. I'm not disagreeing with anything. I guess I am. I don't know if he gets 120 exactly, but
maybe not 120. I think it's realistic that he can get over 100 targets this year. They're going to be down. Stroud is going to sling the ball. If anybody's getting hurt or getting a step down on this offense, it's Dameon Pierce. I'm not worried about. They're going to be throwing the ball a lot. That's why I think Singletary is actually going to be important this year, but. I went with targets. Same thing with DJ Chark.
You went with volume.
Yeah, I went with volume.
We're chasing the volume, dude.
Boys, it's safe.
We got anything to add before we hop off here? We knew the plan was a short episode. We have a ton of things coming for you guys. This Saturday, we launch our first of an 8-part series, which is getting divisional with some of the best in the industry. Our first is coming out. We posted about it. The AFC North kickoff with the Brownies division.
Yep.
We also have a couple more. Our Dad Bod episode is next Wednesday. We have an interview coming, and I'll have all of this posted for you guys tonight. We have an interview with Edgar Jones on Tuesday. Monday, we have an episode, and Thursday, we're going to be dropping another one. So plenty of content to get you ready for your fantasy football season. We have our top 250 draft guide. Go check it out. It's pinned on our Twitter or in our highlights. I think there's a new section, highlights, boys.
Can we announce episode 2? Did you say that?
Episode 2 next Thursday, right?
Episode 2 next Thursday, the NFC North.
Thursday.
Next Thursday is episode
Next Thursday 2. Is episode 2,
Thursday.
Everyone. What is it? The AFC. What is it?
NFC North.
Oh, we're starting in the North on both of them. King of the North. All right.
That's going to be tough.
It is. Yep. For myself, for Robbie, Bobby, for Alex, we love you. Peace out. I didn't have it ready. Thank you for watching our episode. If you enjoyed this episode, please make sure you like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
If you aren't already following us on Twitter, check us out at DadBodFS.
We'll be posting all of our best clips and videos to all of our social media: TikTok, Instagram, Twitch, Facebook, YouTube. You can find us on there at DadBod Fantasy Squad.
Lastly, if you'd rather just listen, we make sure we post our audio of each episode on all the major streaming platforms. Stick with us all season long so together we can count our trophies and not our